Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Wave Watch with your host Sleepy Bull. And in tonight's episode, we will be going over Chainlink USD. Let's begin. We'll be beginning with, of course, as always, is customary, the macro count for Chainlink and where we expect it to go in the near term and in the long term. And I'll just, go ahead and say, Chainlink is, in my opinion, on the bull count, bottoming out soon, and will soon begin its ascent to my wave 3 target, which is long-term wave 3 target, which is somewhere in the $2,000 range. But short term, when I say long term, I mean like 10 years, etc. Short term, it's a $200 target, which means like the next year or so. But for the next few days, I would say weeks, this is where we will continue with the count of the bull count, I rather said. So yeah, I guess let's just begin with the macro count here. Excuse the crazy little chart here. All right, so here we are. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a primary degree 1, and then we have a W, X, Y. And this is in the green parentheses, WXY in green, surrounded by parentheses. That's our wave 2 down. Our wave 2 is primary. So that means we have already begun our third wave to the $2,000 mark. And the third wave has begun. The primary third wave has begun with our minor wave 1. As you can see, this consists of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minor 1, W, X. Now we're looking at the blue circle here, W, X, Y. And if you look at my prior video, you'll note that I had stated that Link is putting in a I think this is the old count. I don't know if I updated this, or maybe this is a different chart, but in my prior video I had noted that Link is putting in a 5-wave structure to the downside. So let me just go ahead and update that here for you guys. So we're putting in a W X wave, and this X wave is a WXY. Y wave down, X wave, and then a Z wave down. Actually, I think it's already here. Is this it? W, X, Y, X, Z. Oh, I see what I did here. So when we do this move down, we see a W, X, Y with a target of the with a target of roughly $7. Now this, let's see, we're looking at a W, X, Y wave down. Let me just take this back. There we go. Now, when we do this, we're saying this is a WXY for a primary W. Or this is not primary, this is rather minute. There we go. And a WXY for minute X. And now we're saying that this minute wave Y consists of a 5-wave move, which is a WX, YX, Z down to this target. And we can measure that with these Fibonacci's here. W, X and this mini wave, it's very hard to see. So let me just clear this for you. And let me just remove some of these lines out the way for you guys here. Up. That was the count. Let me hide the line. There you go. Let me hide this line as well. Now let's leave that line just so that we can see what's going on here. So that's what's happening here. I have a W, X, Y. And this Y terminates at the 1.1272. And then we have a retracement with an X wave up here. And then we have a W, X, Y for a Z wave down. And now this Z wave down can be determined by the measured move from this X wave down to see if it hits this level here, the 1272. Sorry, the 1.1272 or the 1272. So we expect this Z wave here, excuse me, to be somewhere around this 1272 maximum. 5 wave moves have a maximum move to the 1272 level. So as we come approaching this final move of Link to the downside, we're expecting a dip of approximately maximum 46%. And then from there, we should be off to the horses. Let me just actually draw this properly. And then from here, we should be doing. There we go. And so that's Link for you guys. It's simple. It's the count has been holding so far. A few little side notes here. If we look at the chart from a chart pattern perspective, this looks like it's putting in a ascending triangle, but these things can break to the downside to give you that same target that we just spoke about. As you see that, we can get rejection here because this is obviously resistance, and then breakdown. Also to note, this is a shoulder, head, shoulder. And so if this resistance holds, you're going to also get that. Well, this played out actually perfectly. But if this breaks, you're going to just get that final flush out to that level that we've been speaking of. Also to note, we have here some possible alternative counts. There are different ways to draw this. The big thing here you want to see is this W, minute X, and this minute wave Y to finish at the 6.87 level, somewhere right there, between here and here, somewhere in that range, and you want confluence there. And so if you want a better perspective of where it might go, just take it from the 2-day closes. This is on the 2-day chart, mind you. That's just for midterm projections. That's why I'm using the 2-day chart. I want long term, but not too short term, and not too long term either. So yeah, we're looking somewhere around this range for the bottoming, and it's cutting close. It's cutting close. Let's see what else. You can make this a WXY, rather said WXYXZ. Let's see, WXYX. The only thing is that type of projection will give you a max drop of the 523 level, but it's a possible alternative count, just because if these two waves were X waves, they're equal in nature, roughly, and that could be a possibility. But I think just from observation, you know, and from experiencing these markets, this is a WX, and then this 5-wave move down is a Y. And you know, the legs for the last Y wave move don't overextend from their respective moves. So and this here is just a WX with an overshoot, and then this is a WXY, a final drop that we're expecting. So so I think this is just a WXY minute wave. And this here, if we get a resistance here, we're looking at a final drop of roughly, yeah, $8.30. So this could be like, say, a double bottom. This looks like this is going to be the final drop here, WXY, or if we actually top here, WXY, and make that 7.9. Either way, we're looking at $8 to $5 range to be the bottom. And then from there, it should be nothing but pump action. So yeah, get ready for a 50 to 30% decline, and then from there, it's off to the races. This is the short-term target, and so that's going to be roughly a 26x move, which is pretty nice. If not, 17x is also pretty decent. Yeah, you know, you have to be patient in these markets. Unfortunately, you have to be super patient, because this whole range was like 800 days, and this decline was, oh my gosh, this decline was unfathomably long. 700 days. Oh my gosh, imagine buying through 700 days. That's a pain. But anyway, that's the count, guys. Sleepy Bull out.